What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Bryce, and today I'm reading chapter 46 of the Parker Inheritance. Let's begin. Chapter 46. Miss McMillan had decided to believe them for now. There was still the matter of the damage to the artwork, but she agreed not to say anything to the principal until they saw things through, which meant a trip to the bank. Candace felt like everyone was staring at them as they entered the Spirit of Independence bank lobby. Brandon started toward the row of tellers, but Miss McMillan directed him to a cluster of desks. A man wearing a black suit stood up from the nearest desk. His smile seemed faker than Monopoly money. "How can I help you all today?" he asked. Miss McMillan. She pushed Candace forward. "Go on, tell him, hon." Candace cleared her throat. "I would like to access this box," she said, holding up the key. It was sharp, like it had been cut yesterday. "Sure thing, little lady." Somehow, his smile remained still even as his lips moved. "I'll just need some ID to make sure you're authorized to open it." Candace lowered her hand. "I have to have ID?" "Standard practice." She shook her head. "My name won't be on the list," she said. The man's smile faltered. "Maybe your mother." "I'm not her mother," Miss McMillan said, "and my name won't be on it either. None of our names will be there." The man finally frowned. "Whom does this key belong to?" "That's a long story," Tori said. "Look, is there any way we can open the box? It's been here for a long time. Maybe there's a clause in the box rental paperwork that says we can access it, or perhaps a statute of limitations," Brandon added. The man snapped his fingers. "Let me see that key." Candace started to hand it to him, but Miss McMillan stopped her. "Why don't you write the box number down?" Miss McMillan said to the man. "We'll wait here." Candace read off the number. The man jotted down the digits, then disappeared behind a large wooden door. $10 says we'll be arrested," Tori said. 15, Miss McMillan replied. "I'll say one thing. This is not how I expected my Friday to go." They turned when they heard footsteps. A woman wearing a beige pantsuit approached them, carrying a small file in her hand. "Would you all follow me?" she asked, motioning into an office. "Yup," Tori mumbled. "We're going to jail." "No one's in trouble," the woman said. "We just need to clear some things up." She led them to the office, then shut the door behind them. It was a small room, but they all fit. "I'm Suzanne Sawyer, the branch manager. My associate told me that you wanted to access a safety deposit box." She opened the file. "Most of our boxes can't be opened by anyone not previously authorized for access. Actually, all of our boxes are like that, except this one." She tapped a sheet of paper. "This box has specific instructions to contact a law firm in Denver if anyone ever arrives with the key." She held out her hand. "May I see it?" Candace looked at Miss McMillan. After she nodded, Candace handed it over. The woman checked the engraved number against her paperwork, then returned the key. "A representative from the law firm is on the phone now," she said. "If you're okay with it, she'd like to speak to you." Candace nodded, and the woman pressed a button on the phone. "Hello, Miss Holliday." Hello, Miss Holliday. "I have you on speaker with the persons who came in with the key." "Thank you," the woman on the other end of the line said. "My name is Tiffany Holliday, and I am one of the trustees of this account. I would suggest you be truthful in responding to all of my questions. Now, who found the key?" No one spoke for a moment. "Hello, are you still there?" Brandon nudged Candace. "I did," she said. I found it with my friend Brandon." "And who is speaking?" "Candace Miller." There was a long pause. "How old are you, Candace?" 12. "I see. And where did you find his key?" "In the painting at Lambert High School, in the Perkins Memorial Room." "I'm going to ask you one more question, Miss Candace Miller. I just need to be clear. How you answer will dictate what happens next." The woman took a breath. "Whom do you think this box belongs to?" Candace stared at the phone. The puzzle pieces twisted and turned in her head. "Miss Miller, do you know? Or did you happen upon that key by accident?" "It's not an easy question to answer," Candace finally said. "The person has two different names." "That's correct." The woman cleared her throat. "Please continue." "Well, it could either belong to James Parker or Reginald Bradley." She thought for a second. Maybe it could belong to Siobhan as well. Thank you. That is enough. Mrs. Sawyer, please take me off speakerphone. The branch manager picked up the receiver. As hard as she tried, Candace couldn't make out what the woman on the other end of the phone was saying. The manager finally hung up. Miss Holliday requests that you return tomorrow afternoon with the key. She will be here around 2 o'clock. Yes, it usually does. But tomorrow we'll make an exception. Wait, hold up. Hold up. I skipped a part. My bad. I thought the bank closed on Saturday afternoons, Miss McMillan said. Yes, it usually does. But tomorrow we'll make an exception. Make an exception. She winked and rose from her desk. Until then, everyone shuffled out of the room back into the lobby. Now what? Brandon asked. We just have to wait. Well, you're not breaking into this place. That's for sure, Miss McMillan said as she patted Brandon's shoulder. You all have done very, very well. I'm proud of you. But I think it's time we call your parents. And that is chapter 46. So tomorrow we're going to chapter 47. And that's about it. Peace out.